Have you ever had a game that you really like a lot, but you can just never remember the title of it? This is one of those games. I can just never think of the name. It just escapes me. If only they had made the label on the cartridge more clear.
Muncher.
Oh, right, Muncher. I always forget that. Now, before I show you this game, let's imagine it's the early 80s. Pac-Man is the huge arcade hit, and you want to be able to play it at home. Well, if you had an Atari 2600, you would have been playing this. But if you had an Astrocade, you could have been playing this. Yeah, Muncher is a great Pac-Man clone. It might not have the official Pac-Man license, but it's obviously a lot closer to the arcade than the Atari version was. Here you've got the maze, which is a very close reproduction of the original. The ghosts, instead of all being the same blue flickery color, are different colors now. And the scoring that you get for eating dots and power pellets and ghosts and all that is now correct and matches the arcade. Oh, and the fruit is even multicolored. The sound in this game is good, but not perfect. The individual sounds are quite nice, but the way it can only play one sound at once is pretty jarring, because you'll be eating some dots and you have the characteristic Waka Waka sound, and then when you get to a part in the maze where there's no more dots, then all of a sudden the background sound kicks in. And it's really jumpy that way, but it's okay. Also, when you eat a power pellet, the sound effects don't change like they do in the arcade to let you know that you're on the hunt of ghosts. On the hunt of ghosts? No, on the trail of ghosts, or on the hunt for ghosts. I find ghosts to be a really hard word to say. I'll learn how to talk one of these days. I wish I could comment on the difference in the ghost's behavior between this and the arcade version, but I'm not really knowledgeable enough to. I will say, though, that this game starts off, it seems like the ghosts aren't that threatening. And even when you eat a power pellet, it seems like sometimes they don't even want to run away from you that fast. But as the game goes on, it really increases in difficulty a lot. The ghosts are more fast and aggressive, and it becomes quite challenging. Muncher controls really well with the Astrocade controller, but there is one major difference between this and the arcade. In the arcade, when you press the joystick in any direction, Pac-Man will keep moving that way until he hits a wall or until you move the joystick another way. In Muncher, you have to keep the controller held down in the direction you want to go in order to keep him moving. This is actually fine, it's just not exactly like the arcade. With a sound effect like that, it really leaves no doubt that you've just received an extra life. Now earlier I mentioned that this game really gets fast and challenging in later levels, and that really starts to kick in around the Apple board. So let's skip ahead and show you what that's like. Game's moving a lot faster now than when it started, right? This is actually the second Apple board. So let's see if I can make it to the end of this one, and we'll see if the game gets even faster on the next level. Yep, it gets even faster. I'm afraid the ghosts are too fast for me. What I last there, like 6 seconds? Ah, that's more my speed. The wimp speed. The speed for wimps. But whatever speed you play this game at, Muncher is really a lot of fun, like lots of Astrocade games seem to be. I seem to like lots of games for the Astrocade. But nonetheless, this is quite an impressive Pac-Man clone for such an early machine. The only issues I really have are with the sound, and beyond that I don't have any other complaints. I guess it's true what they say, that you can't judge a game by its cartridge label. But anyway, in conclusion, ghosts are fun to chase.